TV deals have become a big thing now. And in 2024, the college football world will be changed forever. You got USC and UCLA going to the Big Ten. You have Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC. But now we're getting news out of the SEC that they're going to be sticking with an 8-game conference schedule up to 2024. Well, take that back. Maybe 2025. 2023, this upcoming season, will be the last season that the SEC will be doing the division format. Never thought I'd see this day coming, man. Absolutely crazy. SEC West and SEC East will be no more. Meaning they're going to be doing what the Big 12 has been doing for a while now and doing what the Pac-12 has done this past season. The best two teams will be playing in the conference championship games. You saw that last season. Unfortunately, it pains me to say this, but the USC and Utah game was the result of those two teams being the best in that conference. Because remember, they was in the same division over the last few years in the Pac-12 South, which no longer exists. So here we are, we're in Bryant-Denny Stadium. We're taking on number 3 Alabama. And there goes Antonio Sears, who is having an amazing season, man. He just straight balling out there as our quarterback, putting up Joe Burrow numbers, may I say. But back to the topic at hand. So starting in 2024, there will no longer be a divisional format in SEC football. That is wild to me, considering the traditions, the cross-divisional rivalries. All that is going to change now. Now, I know they want to keep rivalries intact. Of course, you know, the Iron Bowl between Alabama and Auburn, the Egg Bowl between Mississippi and Mississippi State, world's largest cocktail party. There are going to be some rivalry that's still going to be intact. But now that you have Oklahoma and Texas coming in, what are you going to do about that? I'm assuming, because I'm not expecting teams to play each other every single season. It's going to be rotational, yearly rotations and stuff like that, maybe once every 2 years, like it's always been in other conferences. But with this being said, with this new format of no divisions and 16 teams, which I low-key don't agree with, the magnitude of each college football game is now phenomenal for every SEC team. Every time they play on that football field now, every game will be more critical than ever. Because if you lose, more than likely your season's on the line. If you do end up winning, high chances of you going to Atlanta for the SEC championship game. But the more you lose, the more likely you have to depend on other teams to win. And the more likely it is that you might not make it to Atlanta, dog. But yeah, this is absolutely crazy. I never thought this would ever happen. Hell, I never thought the Pac-12 would break down. Well, take that back. I never thought that the Pac-10 would become the Pac-12. And then I never thought I'd see the day where they would just be done with divisional format. Because 12 teams is a lot of teams. Now, usually the rule was in the NCAA, once a conference has what? Look at that step back move by Kenneth Smith, though. Good Lord. The man is a beast out there. We gave him that number 1 jersey for a reason. But back to what I was saying. In the NCAA, the rule is, well, the rule has been the number requirement for teams in the conference to have a conference championship game has been 12. And to break down divisions, it's been 12. Now, it looks like all that is going to be going out the window. Well, technically, nah. Because look, Big 10 is going to be increasing to 16 teams. SEC is going to 16 teams. Or was it 14 in the Big 10? I forgot. But anyway, man, I still have no idea what they're going to do out there in the Pac-12. I still haven't heard anything about a new TV deal. I still don't know whether or not they're going to implode. I don't know if y'all heard the rumors about Colorado rejoining the Big 12. But that's pretty much gone down in silent. I haven't really heard much about that. But if that was to happen, oh my goodness, the Pac-12 is going to be in some big trouble. Big 10 could still go after the likes of Washington and Oregon, man. Who knows? But back to the SEC. So now you have Texas and Oklahoma coming in. You got this new format, and now every game is going to be critical. 2024 is going to be a crazy, crazy year. It's going to be an absolutely monstrous year for college football. And then on top of that, of course, I believe you have the 12 playoff format that starts in 2024. So we should be on the lookout for that to see how that goes. A lot of people don't agree with it. I think it's going to be great. Considering with the transfer portal and the NIL deals, I think things have not become more competitive in college football. So with that being said, let's see what happens, man. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, dog. I forgot. We're in June right now. So next month, in less than a month, as a matter of fact, in July 1st, the likes of the UAB Blazers will no longer be a Conference USA team. UAB is going to be in the AAC. The rivalry with Memphis is going to be back on the football field and on the basketball court. Now, as a UAB grad, I must say, over the last season, I was a UAB season ticket holder for the basketball team, the men's basketball team. And I must say, man, the atmosphere is not what it used to be. Now, in the early to mid 2000s, UAB basketball games used to be rocking. Crowds was crazy. The student section was crazy. Even the band was good. Now, it's just very lackluster. Student section don't be riding like it used to be. A lot of empty seats. I had some good seats last season, man. Damn shame I couldn't go to every game because I had some stuff going on with work. But it's not just UAB that's leaving Conference USA. So you got 5 more teams leaving on July 1st of this year. So you got Charlotte, Florida Atlantic, Rice, UTSA, and I forgot the third team. Dog. Oh yeah, now I remember the last team is North Texas. So there's 6 teams leaving Conference USA and going to the AAC. So that should be interesting to see. So we're up 10 at halftime against Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Now, for the Big 12, you have Central Florida, Houston Cougars, BYU, and I believe it was Cincinnati. Now remember, these 4 schools are going to be going to the Big 12 starting this July, as in July 1st. So I am very anxious to see what's going to happen right there. Football is going to be crazy. Football is going to be very, very crazy. That was a nice one-handed interception right there. Oh, never mind. That wasn't one hand. I thought it was one hand. But anyway, the Big 12 is going to be crazy as far as football. I wonder what Oklahoma and Texas are going to do in their last season as Big 12 schools. I'm anxious to see if they're going to go out with a bang. I think that conference is going to be wide open as far as football this season. Now, I haven't done much research on this one, but you have allegedly 7 ACC schools want to leave the ACC conference. I have no idea why, but I am hinting that this is because of TV deals as well. Because remember, ESPN is going to do numbers with these new deals, especially with the likes of the AAC, which is good football that nobody really talks about. Sunbelt football ain't bad. Conference USA needs to get it together. I think they could be a whole lot better. But remember, too, Conference USA is going to have some new teams that's going to be replacing the UAB Blazers and those other schools I mentioned. So be on the lookout for that. All that starts, remember, not Sunbelt, but Conference USA, Conference USA, Big 12, AAC. Those new schools will be in those conferences starting on July 1st of this year. Now the big time, all that starts next year. And on top of that, we got the video game coming back. I know a lot of people are very excited about that. I'm very happy they delayed it because I do not want them to mess this up. EA Sports is going to be changing too. People forget, I do play FIFA too, by the way. FIFA is no longer going to be working with EA Sports. So guess what they're doing? They're going to be calling the game, what is it called? EA Sports FC. It's pretty much going to be the same format as FIFA's always been, but I'm hoping it's going to be more authentic. They're going to have more of the women's leagues in the game. So that should be exciting to see. Be on the lookout for a series too. I got a series planned for that with one of my former USC players. So here goes Antonio Sears stepping back the pass, looking deep, and that pass is going to be deflected away. That was a terrible decision. I should have thrown that someplace else. There was nobody open on that play though. So we decided to go for that field goal. The kick is up and the kick is good, and we're back up 10 on Alabama, who is not going away. That running back that they have and that wide receiver, they nice too. They were really nice. They gave me hell in this game. So what about these other conferences, man? What about conferences like the Pac-12? Mainly conferences in the West Coast. You got Pac-12, Mountain West. I love the Mountain West Conference. I love watching football in that conference. I wonder if they're going to lose any teams. What the Pac-12 is going to do, though? You're losing your most successful football program and your most successful basketball program. At one point, you used to be known as the Conference of Champions, man. Not just those particular sports, but many other sports as well, like water polo and swimming, water volleyball, stuff like that. What are you going to do now to promote this conference? What about the new TV deal for your football conference? What about that? What are you going to do about that? Are you going to stay with Fox Sports? Are you going to make the Pac-12 network accessible to everybody across the country and not just the West Coast? Because it's criminal, man, that this is happening right now. Rumors of Colorado potentially going back to the Big 12. Like I said, there hasn't been much buzz about that, but I'm pretty sure it's just a rumor. Maybe started by Coach Prime. I have no idea. But anyway, there's a lot of cases where it just seems like the West Coast is just going to be the odd man out. Now, I don't think conferences like the Mountain West will have anything to worry about. They're going to stay with CBS Sports because for the most part, that's who's been covering their games. If you want to see a Mountain West game, most likely you have to see it on CBS Sports. You got the WAC, but I'm really concerned about the Pac-12. Been watching Pac-12 football most of my life. I have no idea what they're going to do. I have heard nothing about a new TV deal. I'm just anxious to see what's going to happen. As you see, Big Curtis Cotton, the 6'6", 230-pound running back, goes in for a touchdown. That's right, I said 6'6". So anyway, and then of course you have the SEC with partnering with ESPN once again. No telling how much money. I forgot. I said the dollar amount that each school was going to get from that TV deal. Same with the Big 12, with the Big 10. My bad. Big 10. Same thing with the Big 10 with Fox Sports. They're going to make a lot of money. Each school is going to make a ton of money off that TV deal, and it's just going to get crazy from here, man. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. The landscape is changing, and on a side note, while I'm doing all this rambling, I finally got the college football revamp to work, but I still got some kinks to work out with it. I tried it last night and the thing was lagging so slowly. Now I gotta find a way to speed it up. I've been looking at this tutorial. I might have to change the processor on my gaming PC, man. But anyway, be on the lookout for that. That's coming soon. My goal is to have that ready, hopefully before the month is over. Hopefully. So also, I plan on getting the EA Sports FC video game that comes out in September, because I will start a series in that. And then on top of that, of course, we got Alabama State continuing to do their thing. I will say this: if we get to season 10, we win a national championship after season 8, and then we win another one around season 9. I say this: if we win 2 more championships, I will leave Alabama State and go to another HBCU. Matter of fact, I'll leave a poll out. Is that what y'all want me to do? Do y'all want me to play with another HBCU? Do y'all want me to stay with Alabama State and build a 20-30 year dynasty? Let me know what y'all want to see, man, because I have a bunch of crazy ideas in the back of my head. It's crazy. And let me know what y'all thoughts are about the SEC going away from the divisional format. I never thought I'd see the day. Thank you for watching. Peace.